Hello, my friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here with my friend Chelsea, who is my neighbor, and she's so savvy that I call her down a lot to share things that she's a lot better at than I am. And if you want to see, because I know you're all looking at this cart thinking, we want to know about this cart. There's a YouTube that we've already done and posted, so we will link to the YouTube of this fabulous cart that we'll be using today. Chelsea, thank you for coming and showing all of us how to wrap any price point gift and make it look elevated, make it look more expensive than it is, and actually making it look like you spent time
for sure
and effort, because when we gift gifts, that's important. So
for sure,
Chelsea, I'm gonna let you just sort of kick it off.
Okay, sounds good. So we did talk about this cart, but my favorite thing is the ribbon spools, because it just makes it easier whenever you're trying to wrap, for sure. And then of course we talked about wrapping paper. Today we're gonna do things in mostly cellophane bags. Obviously you can put any of this stuff in a box and wrap it.
Right.
So I have different size cellophane bags that we're gonna show. These can be found at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Amazon, literally anywhere. And I have found these large ones at the dollar store.
And I'll try to also find and link
for sure
anything that we mention for those of you like me who don't want to go to the
search
store.
around. Yeah, I know. We talked about basically different price points. So we have people in our lives like the mailman or the UPS man, or even like my kids' bus drivers, or kind of like not your main teachers, but teachers that help with various other things. So we don't want to break the bank by spending a lot of money on those things, but we do want to make them know that we appreciate them and we care about them. So I'm going to give you several different options, and then we can always add to that to make it more if that's what you want to do.
Like,
as far as like spending more money.
We have, say, a mug, then we can add a little more by putting coffee in the mug. Then we can add a little more by how we wrap it.
Right.
So buildable gifts. I love that idea.
Yeah, and just make it look elevated and not just that you bought a gift card and threw it in a bag.
Yeah.
One of the things that my favorite thing is to give are these.
I love this.
Yeah, the coffee cups, and those usually come in a multi-pack, which I love because if I need all of them that year, then great, I use them, and if I don't, then I reuse them for next year and just put them with my Christmas stuff. So basically what you do is find a cute little cup, and you can buy any kind of gift cards you want. Since this is coffee themed, I kind of went with a coffee theme. So you can go with your local coffee place, or you can go to Starbucks like if they're traveling, and I just put the gift certificate in there and then close the top, put it in a cellophane bag. Another way to elevate it is to order these stickers, and we'll send you a link for that one as well. These are stickers that you can do for just every day, which would look like this. These are ones that just say Aldred. These are not necessarily holiday specific, and then I also have holiday specific ones as well.
But how great that they stick.
Yes,
they stick.
You don't have to worry about finding tape and
or a whole bunch of the back in the day. I'm showing my age.
Yeah, where you're like trying to put it on the ribbon. I know.
Okay, now I do have to say, for those of us who might be slower, I would probably put on the card or put something look inside, because what if they didn't look inside and get the gift card?
That's true.
So we might even put it on the outside.
Yeah, that's true.
Because in a melee, a pile of gifts from kids.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, and then I did want to show y'all a really pretty way to cut the ribbon. Like I said, it just elevates it. A lot of the gift shops that you're going to are kind of doing the same thing. So right now I'm just cutting various size red and green ribbon.
That's such pretty ribbon.
To go on there, and you can do multiple ribbon colors, which is what I like. So I'm going to okay, so the easiest thing to do is to cut just one by itself, and then you're going to put it around
This is just the anchor.
Kind of like a knot, but don't do a knot. So just do a first one. Then I went ahead and just did 3. You can do more than that. I think it can get cumbersome if you do too many colors. I usually like to do 3 or 4. And all you do is hold it so you have a little bit of a tail, and then you're gonna wind it. So there's twice, and then you wind it one more time. So it looks like this. So you have the 2 tails, and then you have the bow part, and then you just stick it in the middle, and then cross over with the red. And I like to use different colors because it's also easier to see. If you do it like that, and then you just stick it just like that, and then you can always trim if needed if it's too long.
Oh, that's so
And then
pretty,
then you're ready to go.
Look how nicely wrapped that is. This is a perfect gift for those special people who help us and we may overlook.
Yeah,
But this
I think
is
so
great.
too. So this would be more like $10 depending on how much you put in on the gift card.
Okay.
I've been bumping it up to 10.
Yeah, I would say, $10 for Starbucks is about right.
I know, it is. And then the cups, because they come in a multi-pack, you're talking maybe $1, probably less than that.
Yeah.
Cellophane bags come in multiple. This does too, so I'm saying $12 tops.
Yeah.
Just on this, between the bag and the ribbon and the cup. Another way to elevate this actual gift, so let's say you want to give something similar to this, but you're willing to spend a little bit more money, I would go with a mug, any kind of mug of your liking, and you're basically doing the same thing where you're putting the gift card inside the mug, and then you're wrapping it the same way. And that would just elevate it even more.
Because honestly, at Starbucks, you're not going to be using this mug.
Right.
Or either of them.
Either
it's
of
just
them.
the pretty packaging, and you can reuse.
Right, you could reuse it. And honestly, my husband loves to take coffee to work and want to throw it away, so we reuse those.
Okay, yeah,
But,
reuse that.
However. And then the last thing for the coffee would be, you could do even something like this, and you could do like an iced coffee, obviously, in there. That's just a different kind of cup.
Cute.
I think those were about the same price.
Okay.
Also with the coffee cups that we love, like a hot chocolate, because not everybody drinks coffee. So you could do like a Relight hot coffee, a hot chocolate. There's tons of hot chocolates around. You could even throw a cute little...
I have a discount code for this. We're obsessed, Zane and I. This is chocolate electrolytes. It's delicious. And it keeps you hydrated.
And you could even put in marshmallows in there. Like
that's a great idea.
And same thing. You're just wrapping it, making it look cute, and elevating it.
Okay, I'm glad she brought up marshmallows because that is a great thing to put with anything chocolate. Pretty marshmallows. You can find at places like Home Goods.
Oh yes, for sure.
You can of course get them at Williams-Sonoma. You're going to pay probably more, but pretty marshmallows with this would be fantastic with the cup.
Love these ideas. Elevate it a little bit more.
Yes.
For sure. Okay, so since we're talking about cups, we're going to move on to some other hydration. This, we were thinking more like UPS, mail people, because they're constantly running up and down our driveways.
My UPS and FedEx first name, they're my BFFs.
So we have these two cups.
Discount code for these as well. Let me just point out.
Yes.
This
No, please.
handled. These are both by a company called Rudy's. This is hot or cold. This is mainly cold iced coffee, but fabulous. So what are we going to do?
And these are awesome.
They're awesome, and I think my discount is 15%, and they're already like very reasonably
Yes,
priced.
they really are.
And I'm going to
price
say
point.
they're way better, and I'm not going to say a brand name because I've had a million of these.
Other one.
These are so much better, and this one has glass as well as.
And I will say they're easy to clean, which I'm
They
grateful
are
for sure.
They are.
Okay, so any of these you could put in. You could make this a cold hot chocolate. Obviously, put it in there. And then our other suggestions were even like your greens, like an AG1, or we love Relight, and that would be another hydration. That's just a different flavor.
Hydration packets are amazing, especially for our workers who are driving all day. I have codes for all of these things, but Relight is my favorite. And have you ever had?
Yes, I love Relight. They're amazing.
It's one of the best companies. They're in the U.S.
Yeah, they're made in America, and they even have seasonings and stuff that are fabulous.
Oh, this is Redmond's, guys. I didn't point. This is Redmond's real salt. This is just their electrolytes.
Yeah, which is called Relight. But the Redmond's, yes.
That's the only, this is a company, Redmond's real salt.
They're amazing. Yes, and we have another sample of theirs for later. Same thing. You're just going to wrap in the same way. Put your bow on there. Put your sticker on there.
Would we put the packets
I'm thinking put them inside,
Okay.
which would be cute in there. And you could even leave the straw in here and the top to the side when you wrap it. I mean, there's multiple ways you could do it. But show them how that would look in there. Just stick them in there.
You've got all that.
And that would be easy to see because you have the clear top.
I love this. Yeah, this top.
And then this one, of course, has the glass.
This truly is something anybody could use because we
I
all
think
need to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
I think this is 40 ounce. How many of
That
these
sounds
would
right.
we have to drink a day to meet our water?
I would say at least 3 or 4.
3 or 4, I believe it is. Okay.
Depending on body weight.
Yep.
Okay, so another idea for like a teacher or even like a neighbor, which I love, is so I found this plate in the dollar spot, which nothing's a dollar anymore at Target in the dollar
Probably
spot.
$1.25.
But it's a cute little plate. Obviously, you could.
$5.
Yeah, that one's $5. You could elevate it and go to like Williams-Sonoma and buy one that was, like a milk and cookies one that you could put out for Santa. So there's lots of different ways and price points that you could do. But I'm thinking like teachers, and then my kids love baking cookies, and so I was gonna put cookies on here and then wrap that up in the same way, literally the same way. Just stick it at the bottom and put the cookies in there and then wrap it up and have the kids hand it out.
I think this is a great idea, and I'm actually we're going to link one of my cookie recipes.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That would be really good with this. And there's also a holiday candy.
Yes,
you only
that
melt
too.
that,
Yeah.
and you use M&Ms of the color of the holiday. You can do Easter. You can do. So I will link to that recipe. That's something you can rotate throughout the
For
season.
sure.
Great
I think so
idea.
too. For sure.
So would you also just do that, wrap it in the just
That's
like
what I
you
think
did?
so too. I think it would be cute, and it would just elevate it a little bit more than just handing over a paper plate with cellophane on it.
Right.
Because
right.
I'm known to do that as well. Because I still feel like it's saying I love you.
Yes.
Here's some yummy cookies that we homemade.
I know. Food is love. Homemade. And of course, I probably would not give, even though I love my UPS FedEx.
Yeah.
They might not want to eat. There's a line up there. And probably most teachers would be okay, but you get beyond that, it's like, who is this person? And
Well, and a neighbor would be good.
A neighbor
at
would
least
be
they
good.
know you.
I'll take any of your food, Chelsea.
Okay, another thing we didn't talk about was the little shred of paper at the bottom of the gift, which I feel like elevated.
Yeah.
It's called crinkle paper, decorative crinkle, and we can link these as well. But this would be like a hostess gift.
Yes.
I got this from a local boutique, and I love just keeping it in the closet, already wrapped. It's ready to go.
Oh, you
has
did
our
was
sticker on the front, the bows on it.
And I've got crinkle wrap to give you. I got a bunch that I just got in a box.
Love that.
So I'll give it to you.
What else is next? Oh, since we have Thanksgiving coming up, as well as
Super
we
Bowl.
still have Super Bowl
We
and
have the Iron Bowl.
So there's lots of different options. So I usually get various different
Just get these anywhere.
napkins usually from the Home Goods or TJ Maxx from the clearance section.
$1.
I paid $1.
$1. And how cute is it? And then the acrylic.
So I just keep those in my, hostess, or if somebody's having us over, whatever, pack.
Look.
And then these acrylic napkin holders, which you can buy the elongated ones as well. These come in, it's either a 2 or a 4 pack on Amazon. We'll make sure to have the link ready. These are the kind of things that I just have in my gift wrapping closet. If somebody invites us over, or even my kids, like my kids are invited to a gingerbread making event at somebody's house, or different things like that. You could send this for the mom who's hosting.
Oh,
and
that's
it's perfect.
a great
It's just
idea.
enough to say, I appreciate you, having us over.
Love it.
For sure. So I got these ornaments, and I even cut this from the last time. These are other just little bitty things that you can tie onto the bows whenever you're wrapping these gifts. Elevates it again. It's another keepsake. So if everything else you're giving is kind of throwaway,
right?
This can be something that they can use. And same thing, you could go to the dollar store and buy this, or you could go all the way up to like a boutique and buy one there, depending on how much you want to spend.
Right. And so you would put this in the bag?
Yes. So we have, these are my favorite bags because they also have that bottom.
Yes.
The bottom
and they're long enough for
and they're
either
long enough.
olive wine or tall vinegar, something tall. And you can always cut off excess, but I hate it when a bag is too short.
I know. But these two as a duo are like so cute.
Costarina, I do have a code, and it is fantastic. It makes a fabulous gift. So do you want to show how we would wrap?
So I feel like that as a hostess gift is perfect.
So you just stuck both of them in here. This is their spicy red pepper EVOO. It is a must for pizza to drizzle over pizza.
And we
Instead
love
of
to make
having
pizza.
the red chili flakes, it's that with the EVOO. And then this is their fig balsamic vinegar. It's all great.
Okay, let's show this and then we'll tie an ornament on. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do with the gold on this one, gold and silver.
And I like how this is wider than a lot of the ribbon, the raffia. It's
Yes,
a little
I
bit
do
wider.
too. Yes, and it looks fuller.
Yeah.
You know, when you make like your.
Now,
when
where'd you
make
get
your
this,
bows.
Hobby Lobby or
This
Michael?
one's from Amazon. We'll have the link on these because I do like the whiter, like you said. Okay, there's that, but I'm not going to tie it tight because I'm going to. I forgot to add the ornament to it.
This is what I used to do with enclosure cards. Punch a hole in the card, feed it. That's why
But that was a thing. That was a thing. Stickers are just the best.
Oh, this is wonderful. Oh my god. This is a good reason not to ever throw away ornaments.
Yes, for sure. And look how cute that is. It's perfect.
Look at this.
And obviously that can be somebody's actual gift or a hostess
Yes.
gift. This would be perfect for someone like you and me who love to cook.
Yes.
But may not necessarily buy
These
different varieties.
specialties.
Yes, is what I'm thinking. So
And
I think
for
it's perfect.
anyone, what I would recommend, and I will link to it because it's one of their best sellers, is a duo with their white bottle, which is the original EVOO, and a balsamic vinegar. And if you put the two of those in a bowl with your favorite seasoning, that's dipping bread or whatever.
It's
So,
just perfect.
but this is
Yum.
fabulous.
Yum.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so a few other things are just some towels. This is perfect for, we're gonna give you two options. There's multiple options. I usually buy a multi-pack, same thing, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Target. One of the things that I love is honey. So this is local honey. You can dip it in your bread, literally on anything. And we love these. They look really high end because they're nice and heavy and sturdy. Once again, you can get it from Williams-Sonoma or you can get them from Amazon.
I'll show you some that I just got in that I'll link also.
Oh, perfect. And then this is just a small ball jar, and I just filled it with local honey that I get from one of my mom's friends. And you can put the dish towel in with that. You can also, for those of you who bake bread or know somebody who bakes bread, you can put the honey in with the dripper and the towel and the bread, or just the honey with the dipper and the bread. There's just lots of different varieties.
Okay, I'm going to show you all these because
Yeah,
these are some Amazon finds that are so great. Perfect gift, so I'll link to them. This is a jam jar. And there's a slot for where this is actually, I believe it's a Gottinger. It may be $22, but you can put, you know how when you've got your jelly out, all the jelly jars, it makes the table look bad. So pick everyone's favorite jelly, put it in here, and you've got the spoon. So we could wrap this up nicely with some really nice
some jams.
Bon Maman preserves.
For sure, I
'cause
think
they're-
so too.
Chelsea, I love hers. And then
Yeah,
this
the metal one, and then those are glass. That one's glass,
it's a
right?
heavy glass honey dipper. And then this is interesting. I can never find my frother. So this is like a long-handled whisk
Ooh,
for
I
your
love
coffee
that.
or your cocoa where it'll break up everything.
And we could throw those in with any of our chocolate
Yes,
options.
yes we could. So
Perfect for mixing.
more fun little gadgets. So,
Okay, do you want to show like if you were to send
Yes.
minis, like just like some mini things?
because of what I do, I get a lot of products and I get a lot of samples. So what I like to do is gift a few of my favorite things, mini form. So I'm going to be gifting some of my AG1s with my Redmond's Relight and my Redmond's. This is the real salt. These are great. You can order these off their website and carry them in your purse, and you don't have to touch a
Some of us might carry them in our purse.
Oh, yes. And I've actually got them in every purse and in my console because I don't want to touch a salt shaker out. That, and then Costa Rica, and they do sell these mini. These are EVOO shots. So they're
It's
great.
perfect. And then you can find little bitty cellophane bags. Same thing. Stuff them in here. Put a few of the samples. Same thing. And obviously these are a little bit longer. If you didn't have these, this would be the perfect bag. And then remember we talked about it's easier if you have the taller bags because you can cut them depending on what size you need. So
and then
it's
do the
perfect
same
for that.
thing.
And then honestly the last thing, Jamie, which I love different soaps and like different options like that. So this one is a dish soap and this one is a vegetable wash, which I love vegetable washes.
I do too.
I make my own most of the time, but if I got gifted this, I would be so happy.
Yeah.
It'd be one less step that I would have to do.
I'll link to this. This is a really good brand, and they sent me this, and I thought vegetable wash. Yeah.
And they're nice and citrusy.
Nice
I
and
love
citrusy,
it.
yeah.
And lemon. And you could even do this with a towel as well.
Absolutely.
So lots of different options.
Or a little
for sure.
colander that folds flat.
Yep.
So many ideas.
know.
I mean, this, and guys, we'll have these listed to make it easy for you all. We'll list, we'll put links. And Chelsea, is there anything else that we are missing?
That's all that I can think of for now.
all of the-
lots of different varieties of things.
Right,
You know?
and even some of your, Chelsea and I both love makeup. We both love lip glosses. You could get your favorite lip glosses, maybe get 3. I always get things in odd numbers, so
Yes.
get 3 or 5.
For sure.
And they're on sale a lot during the holidays. Just so basically, Chelsea, to break it all down and to sum it all up,
Right.
cellophane bags. Get the taller ones for sure.
Yes.
And cut down.
Yes.
A cellophane, put it in a cellophane bag, ribbon, sticker, and if you have crinkle, you can add that.
You could.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah,
so it's
I
a
think so, too.
3-step bag, ribbon, sticker.
Sticker. And then if you want to add the crinkle, and then like we talked about, it's price point. So if you want to spend $10, you can do 10. If it's somebody that you know better and you know that they like this in their coffee or this about this, or they like this kind of cookie, you can elevate it. If you know that they like gold ornaments, you can get a gold ornament for their Christmas tree and add it to the wrapping. So there's just lots of different varieties of things.
Well, you did the Moscow Mule trio for me.
Yes.
A family that we stayed at their vacation home, they love Moscow Mules. So I went to Williams-Sonoma, got 3, and I knew this would be a very unique gift, 3 of the Moscow Mule cups, and Chelsea wrapped them with some of the little mixes for the Moscow Mule, and what else?
I think there was like the shaker.
And
it was
shaker.
a nice little thing. And we just put it in a little basket. It was
Put
so
it in a
cute.
basket, and that is on the higher price range because those were
Yes,
close
a
to
little bit
100.
more, right.
But it had everything
Yes,
you needed,
yes.
and it was beautifully wrapped, and it had a purpose. They enjoyed Moscow Mules,
For sure.
so we did that. So you can just think, who am I giving it to, and what would they enjoy, or what do they like? But
I think so too.
this is fabulous, Chelsea. This is a wealth of information, and I thank you for bringing your cart down
For
the street
sure. No.
and sharing
I'm glad you had me.
Oh, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. And her husband delivered one of my grandchildren. So we just love them. So anyway, well, friends, thank you for being here. And Chelsea will be back with me, I'm sure, many times. And if you have any comments, please leave them. Any other tips, we would love to hear you all, from you all, if you have some great tips as well. So as always, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like my channel. And until next time, be blessed and stay savvy.